Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, breaking news. This is huge. The DOJ is suing Missouri. So, if you guys recall, I'll give you some backstory. We covered this a couple months ago back in June. But Missouri came out and made a 2A sanctuary law for the state. Basically, you can't do federal imposition of Second Amendment infractions or infringements in the state of Missouri, or our localized police force will not comply. Well, the DOJ can't be having that because, after all, that does seem to be unconstitutional, and they are suing the state of Missouri. Now, Attorney General Merrick Garland, activist, we know this is true. Let's face the facts, that's what he is. He's the head of the DOJ, that's why this is happening. But let's dive into this because all of a sudden, unconstitutionality is incredibly important, and we cannot violate the sacred oath of the Constitution and our branches of government because that would be wrong when it comes to firearms, not when it comes to immigration. Everything's linked in the description box below, and let me know what you guys think in the comments field because this right here is going to come back and haunt them because there are absolutely parallels elsewhere in government. But let's dive in. So this is from Reuters, okay? Article title. U.S. Justice Department says Missouri state gun law is unconstitutional. Interesting. Unconstitutionality. It's such a fickle master. Washington, August 18, Reuters. President Joe Biden's Justice Department is stepping up its fight against a new state law in Missouri that aims to invalidate many federal gun regulations, saying the measure has impeded law enforcement efforts to work with state and local police and is also unconstitutional. Well, if it's unconstitutional, we can't be having that. Here's the actual law that they're talking about. HB 85, again, out of Missouri. It was signed into law in June, purports to nullify various federal firearms law. Basically, if you pass an infringement of the Second Amendment or confiscation, anything of that nature, Missouri ain't having it. That's what this basically says, okay? That's what they're talking about, and that's why they're suing them. But what I want to hit on is, does this sound or smack of any other issue, policy-related, in our culture right now? I'll wait for you guys in the comments field below, but this is the hypocrisy that we're talking about. This is insanity, but let's keep going because this is what they're arguing. And keep in mind, frame it with another policy in here, i.e. immigration, and see what happens. HB 85 is legally invalid under United States Constitution Supremacy Clause. The state of Missouri has no power to nullify federal laws, the department's filing says. I wonder if they're going to be launching federal suits against Los Angeles, San Diego, New Mexico, Nevada, New York, Oregon. I digress, but I look forward to reporting on those as well. I won't be holding my breath because those won't be happening. It's selective enforcement of what is unconstitutional based on the preferences of a political class, which is a bit of a problem, and that's why it kind of gets me a little irritated. But this is going to come back and haunt them because once they set this precedent, next time around, when this whole party changes, which I'm pretty sure it's going to pretty quickly, they're going to regret this, just like they regretted changing the reconciliation rule for healthcare and the Obamacare. But I digress. Who am I to look at history? It has no bearing on our future. The Justice Department's court filing marks the latest move by Attorney General Merrick Garland to quash executive orders or laws in red states that clash with the enforcement of federal laws, even though those federal laws are impeding the Constitution, which is supposed to garner those federal laws and guide the executive orders or the federal laws themselves. It's interesting how these laws that are infringing upon existing constitutional amendments and clauses are perfectly fine as long as they agree with them. But if they disagree with them, well, then that can't stand, and that's unconstitutional. We're going to have to take action on that. Don't worry, guys. Merrick Garland is on the case. And that's the big thing I want to bring to the table tonight. And I want to let you guys know, I want to hear what you guys think on this, because this is the part where it falls apart. The leftist ideals and leftist organizations, they always do this. This is okay because I like it. This is not okay because you like it. However, when the roles reverse, it's okay because I had good intentions and you did not. It's all about assuming the negative intent of the population that they're trying to control. And in this situation, if you just change the word gun control for immigration, you have a national crisis. You have a terrible thing that's happening. Precedent has been set. The United States is a terrible country. But if it's gun control, well, it's unconstitutional, and that is our guiding principle, and there is a supremacy clause after all. And that's an important distinction to bring to your attention. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, because this right here is what we're fighting against. And this is why every single night we are bringing you the cutting edge of the Second Amendment, because this is directly related to counteractions by states from overstepping from federal But now federal is getting irritated that they can't do what they want, and this is the result. And this is going to happen a lot more in at least the next 12 months. Because for some reason, I don't see, well, actually, probably the next 3 years. But we got to fight this, guys, and this is how this is how we do it, step by step. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below. And until tomorrow, I'm Braden. See you later.